Should we buy this massive rally in Aave? Aave is up 16% in the last 24 hours, 30% in the last week. Why is this all happening? Who's buying? What is Aave in the first place? Aave is a decentralized borrowing and lending platform. So it allows you to deposit collateral and then borrow other cryptocurrencies against this. So if you want to speculate on falling cryptocurrencies, you can use Aave. If you want to borrow stable coins against your Bitcoin or Ethereum, you can also do this with Aave. If you want to cash out without selling the asset, or if you want to lever up your position, you can do all these things with Aave. So I used it to deposit wrapped Bitcoin and then borrow Ethereum and Tether against this to lever up my Bitcoin exposure, but also to bet on falling Ethereum prices relative to Bitcoin. So this is what I used Aave for. The reason why we see this massive price surge is because of one single whale that bought 30 million worth of the Aave token. So the token is used for paying fees, the token is used for voting on proposals. The more token you have, the more influence you have on the voting. This here is the wallet, and the wallet has 31 million, and that's pretty much all Aave. And these purchases just happened recently, right? Look here at the transactions. 9 hours ago, 10 hours ago, many Aave purchases across several transactions. So why are prices going up? Prices are going up because there is more demand than supply. Why is this whale now buying? It could be because of a proposal around issuing a new stablecoin. So Aave might get its own native stablecoin, the GHO stablecoin. So feel free to check that out, docs.aave.com, FAQ GHO stablecoin. There are also related documents just on that stablecoin. But the idea is basically similar to how DAI was started. So the problem with current stablecoins are they are not really censorship resistant, right? Because most stablecoins are physically backed. There is a central issuer that has fiat in a certain bank account, and then apparently that issuer issues the same amount of stablecoins on the blockchain. So that's how Tether works, that's how USDC works, and that's also how parts of DAI works, but not all of DAI. So DAI is DAI, pretty much the first of the stablecoins, I believe. DAI is mainly backed by Ethereum, but nowadays also partially by USDC. So when USDC depegs, then also DAI will have some kind of depegging. So we saw this, for example, during the Silicon Valley Bank collapse. So what are those crypto-backed stablecoins? The way it works is you deposit, for example, your Ethereum. So that's how it's going to work for GHO. You deposit your Ethereum, you've got value on the platform in Ethereum. And then you can borrow against this the stablecoin. Not 100% worth of the collateral, but 70-80% worth of it. So you deposit $10,000 worth of ETH, you can borrow $8,000 worth of the GHO stablecoin. Now, why would you want to do this? Because you could then, for example, buy more Ethereum. You can lever up your Ethereum. Or you can simply just swap this to other stablecoins, cash it out, and have disposable money, right? You still have all the exposure to Ethereum, you simply just deposited it, but instead of just laying around, you can actually now use that capital. Now there's risks in this, of course, because when you borrow 80% worth of the Ethereum and now Ethereum drops in price by 20%, then you get liquidated. So then your Ethereum gets sold off to pay back the loan, the borrowed GHO or the minted GHO. So this is how DAI works. This is how GHO is going to work. And this does create some excitement, right? Because there's also new revenue fees there, right? All the interest that's going to be paid in order to borrow GHO goes to the Aave protocol. Now it's very hard to guess why this big whale bought so many Aave tokens, but he probably has a very strong opinion on that stablecoin, on how it will be set up, on what kind of rules there should be. So what I personally expect with that Aave price is that once the voting is through, those tokens are likely going to get dumped again, right? Then the use of those tokens are gone for the whale. What's also important is to see simply the long-term performance of Aave versus, for example, Ethereum, right? This is the recent pump here, but over the long term, Aave tends to underperform. So a 77% underperformance versus Eve, and versus Bitcoin, it's an underperformance of 55%. Aave is not special in that regard. Aave is the largest of the borrowing and lending platforms, but still the token itself tends to underperform BTC and ETH, as do most altcoins. And that's actually an opportunity to get more performance than just buying and holding Ethereum or Bitcoin. We can bet on relative underperformance of a lot of altcoins. You can bet on Aave doing worse than Bitcoin and doing worse than Ethereum. This is how we make money in the premium membership. This is how we accumulate more and more BTC over time without having to pick the one single altcoin that might do better. Now, making money with falling prices is actually easier than making money from rising prices. And that's because of the return distribution in crypto. Very few altcoins outperform Bitcoin and Ethereum. The vast majority has very poor tokenomics. It has expanding token supply. It doesn't have enough people jumping onto the project. It has a lot of potential competition, and that makes most altcoins underperform. So it is easier to bet on falling prices of the poorest altcoins than it is to find the needle in the haystack, to find the one altcoin that might do better than Bitcoin. If you just select a random altcoin out of the top 100, chances are that you're going to do worse than Bitcoin. The chances are probably above 80%. So it's easier to generate alpha on top of just holding Bitcoin by betting on falling prices of poor performers. And the first time where I did this very publicly on the YouTube channel was with the Pancake Swap token. So this is the chart, Cake relative to BNB. It really crashed. And we totally anticipated this crash more than 50% because of the unlock of the staking program of Cake. Now you don't have to trust me, simply just look at the history in premium here with the keyword Cake. We talked about this all the time, starting even from the 3rd of January 2023. So this was over here. And so this is how I handle my videos. I never delete any premium video. I never delete any YouTube video. You can track back what I've said in the past and simply look at how this ages. And I'm for sure not right all the time, but since statistics are in our favor when we bet on falling prices, I am more often right than wrong when it comes to shorting altcoins. Now here's another example. This is Filecoin. This is falling relative to Bitcoin. It's still an open position. Then we've got Optimism. I have talked about this Optimism short already on YouTube, and I still keep that open. I don't think that as to date, which is the 5th of June 2023, that the team and the early backers have already sold. Most of the price depreciation we see so far is probably from short speculative money such as us. There's also other very profit-making positions. This one, for example, I'm not going to disclose this openly now. This is part of premium. Here's another one that we expect to very soon go further down. Again, part of premium. And so that's why the relatively high price of $75 per month is worth it. There is real alpha, real outperformance in the premium membership. If you've got $5,000 that you're willing to dedicate to crypto investments, then I'm very sure that the money that you spend on premium will more than make up for it. The crypto market is simply that inefficient. It's way easier to beat crypto than it is, for example, the stock market, where there's now so many professional investors already in it. But I do understand how spending $75 on a monthly subscription might feel somewhat daunting at the beginning. But I did see how most people simply stay subscribed for the long term because of all of those opportunities. And so here comes the deal. If you are unhappy with the content that comes with premium, if you are dissatisfied, then I will refund you 100% if you message me in the first week. So you sign up, you watch all the videos, you download all the content you want, you check out the Telegram channels, etc. And if after 1 week you don't feel like you get adequate value out of this, then message me in Telegram or email me and you get all your money back. I will simply just refund you within Stripe. I'm that certain that it's really worth it. So there's really no downside for you. There's only upside for trying it out. I really wouldn't know a reason why you wouldn't just give it a shot. So looking forward to see you in premium, looking forward to see you in the premium chats, in the premium telegrams. We discuss various opportunities over here. And of course, thanks for watching this video. Bye-bye.